Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a Hollywood love story that's packed with drama and controversy. If you think celebrity romances are all picture-perfect like in the movies, think again, because the whirlwind saga involving Ariana Grande, Ethan Slater, and his ex-wife Lily J is anything but simple. From shocking rumors and internet meltdowns to new revelations straight from those involved, we've got all the latest details. So, buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's get into it. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater are now seemingly addressing the open letter written by Lily J in the cut. Just recently, I discussed how Ethan Slater's ex-wife, Lily J, broke her silence about her experience going through a very public divorce while watching her former husband move on with a global superstar like Ariana Grande. But now, through various media reports, we're starting to hear what Ariana and Ethan themselves felt when their relationship was thrust into the spotlight. So, let's set the stage for anyone who might not be entirely familiar with the chaotic whirlwind of this situation from last summer. Ariana Grande's romance with her Wicked co-star Ethan Slater wasn't just another run-of-the-mill celebrity dating revelation. It was a full-blown spectacle of high drama. At the time their relationship became public, Ethan was still legally married to his high school sweetheart, Lily J, and they had just welcomed a baby. Naturally, when the news broke, most people thought, there's no way he's with Ariana. That's impossible. But, as it turned out, not only was he indeed with Ariana, but the situation was far more entangled than anyone initially realized. To make matters even more complicated, Ariana wasn't some distant love interest Ethan had quietly fallen for. She had reportedly spent time with both Ethan and Lily and their newborn before everything became public. That revelation sent the internet into an absolute frenzy. The narrative took a sharp turn from Ariana Grande is dating her co-star to wait. Ariana was hanging out with them as a couple, and then swooped in and took him. The public, predictably, did not hold back their opinions. The internet exploded with memes. Ethan was endlessly ridiculed. Ariana lost thousands of followers, and Lily found herself at the center of a highly publicized scandal she never signed up for. And then, adding insult to injury, Ethan filed for divorce just a week after the news broke about his relationship with Ariana. The whole thing felt messy, unfair, and impossible to ignore. Ariana, for her part, has only addressed the situation indirectly in interviews, always standing by Ethan and insisting that the media has painted a distorted and misleading version of their story. She's essentially argued that the man she loves has been misrepresented, and that the public's perception of the situation doesn't reflect reality. As time passed, the drama started to settle and people began to move on. So much so that, oddly enough, Ariana and Ethan were actually starting to win back some public favor. The excitement surrounding Wicked was helping shift the narrative in their favor. But then, last week, Lily J spoke out for the first time about her side of the divorce in a deeply personal essay for The Cut. And wow, did it reignite the controversy. Lily did not hold back. Her essay was raw, emotional, and devastating to read. She described the heartbreak of uprooting her life, moving to another country to support Ethan while he filmed Wicked, only to watch her marriage unravel in an incredibly public and humiliating way. One of the most gut-wrenching parts? She revealed how Wicked's promotional materials, interviews, trailers, billboards, became inescapable reminders of her pain. To many, her words felt like a stark reminder that she deserved far better than what she got. And just like that, whatever goodwill Ariana and Ethan had been regaining, poof, gone. For a brief moment, it seemed like they were clawing their way back into the public's good graces thanks to the Wicked hype. But once people read Lily's account of her suffering, all that positive momentum evaporated. And yet, sources claim that despite how bad this all makes them look, Ariana and Ethan actually feel relieved. Why? Because, according to the Daily Mail, they believe Lily could have been much harsher on them but ultimately chose not to throw them completely under the bus. A source told DailyMail.com that Ariana and Ethan were fully aware of the timeline and that anyone paying close attention could piece the details together themselves. Lily, they said, made it clear she had moved to London with Ethan, and the timing of events spoke for itself. She was no longer there when Ethan and Ariana were first photographed together in an intimate setting. So, in their eyes, she didn't need to spell things out explicitly because the truth was already in plain sight. However, It's also worth noting that there are limits to what Lily can say. The Daily Mail reported that Lily is legally restricted from revealing certain details due to the terms of her divorce settlement. While she's free to express how she felt about the situation, there are specific aspects of the breakup she cannot disclose. Essentially, she's been silenced in some ways, despite emerging from the divorce as the one who, at least in the court of public opinion, seems to have one. Interestingly, this isn't the first time we've seen such confidentiality agreements in high-profile divorces. When Ariana herself went through her own divorce, a similar arrangement was reportedly in place, ensuring that neither party could publicly discuss what went down between them. According to Radar Online, her divorce settlement included strict non-disclosure clauses, preventing either side from revealing private details about their marriage or the reasons for their split. The agreement even extended to any form of public storytelling. No memoirs, no tell-all interviews, no personal essays, nothing. At the end of the day, while the legal agreements might keep certain details under wraps, the emotional story is already out there. Lily's words struck a nerve, and for many, it doesn't matter what specific details she is or isn't allowed to share. The pain she described was more than enough. And that, more than anything, is what's shaping the way people feel about this whole messy situation now. It seems that Ethan and Lily had some sort of agreement preventing her from publicly sharing all the details of what truly went down between them. And now, the tide has turned once again, with the public directing their frustration back at Ethan and Ariana. But let's not forget, Ariana has spoken out before, insisting that the narrative circulating online is far from the truth. According to her, people have been making assumptions and spreading stories that paint the man she loves in a terrible light, when in reality, he has been deeply misunderstood in this entire situation. Adding to the defense, their Wicked co-star Bowen Yang even addressed the cheating allegations on his podcast, firmly standing by Ethan and Ariana. He stated that much of what has been reported in the press is simply inaccurate. Now, here's something I have to acknowledge. There's been this oddly puritanical, almost old-school Christian moral lens through which people are judging marriage and relationships in this case. The way some conversations about infidelity are framed feels almost like a speech about the sanctity of marriage from a different era. And let's be real, it's way more complicated than that. But at the heart of it all, let's not forget that some of the most viral headlines from this entire saga have been debunked, with media outlets quietly retracting details without offering so much as an apology to the people involved. So yes, I can say with absolute certainty that some of the so-called facts people are clinging to simply aren't true. Meanwhile, as this entire drama has continued to unfold online, Ariana has been keeping busy on social media. And by keeping busy, I mean she's been posting a ton of behind-the-scenes content from the Wicked set. Now, whether that's because this is her dream role or because she knows it helps shift public sentiment back in her favor, that's up for debate. But one thing is for sure. She's been strategically sharing Wicked-related content while making sure not to include Ethan in any of her recent Instagram posts. Interestingly, Ethan did post some behind-the-scenes Wicked content featuring Ariana for a brief moment, but Ariana herself has kept him completely out of her photos. And honestly, I think she knows that if she were to post anything that visibly included Ethan, it would reignite the backlash, especially given what Lily J wrote in her essay. Since Lily openly expressed that Wicked's promotion has been a painful reminder of her public divorce, Ariana posting cozy shots with Ethan from the set would only add fuel to the fire. But here's the thing, I feel like over time this story is going to fade again. People have short attention spans, and just like we've seen before, public opinion shifts. Eventually, the controversy will settle down, and fans will likely warm back up to Ethan and Ariana. Especially when Wicked Part 2 releases. Because, let's be honest, that's exactly what happened when the first movie started getting hyped up. Unfortunately, though, this also means Lily J is going to have to relive the entire ordeal all over again. It's another painful reminder of a chapter in her life that was already so chaotic. Honestly, I feel for her. Out of everyone involved, she's probably the only one who genuinely despises this damn movie. And with Wicked continuing to dominate the media cycle, she's being forced to revisit everything she went through. Hopefully, once Wicked Part 2 is finally out and the buzz dies down, she can move forward without constantly being reminded of this painful period in her life. But from Ethan and Ariana's perspective, despite Lily finally speaking her truth. They seemed to believe she didn't actually say anything beyond what had already been known. That being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this whole situation. What do you make of Ariana, Ethan, and Bowen Yang insisting that the media has been spreading false narratives? Do you believe them when they say there was no cheating? Or do you find Lily J's side of the story more compelling? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to see where you all stand on this. At the end of the day, this entire situation is layered with different perspectives, emotions, and narratives. Some true, some exaggerated, and some completely fabricated. As time passes, the public's attention will shift, as it always does. But for those directly involved, the impact lingers far beyond the headlines. No matter where you stand on this, one thing is clear: Hollywood drama never really fades. It just cycles through different chapters. So, what do you think? Are Ariana and Ethan truly misunderstood? Or is there more to the story that we're not seeing? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more updates on all the latest entertainment buzz. Your support means the world, and we've got plenty more content coming your way. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and as always, thanks for watching.